Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are at Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2. Let's press start. I had to exit out because this game does not really allow alt-tabbing, which is odd. It seems to be something consistent with the Lords of Shadow games, is that alt-tabbing just does not work.
Investigate Biochemic Corporation.
So I don't know. Hopefully we were in a loading room at the end of the last recording. So we should just be in that loading room. Like we might have gotten bumped a little bit ahead. Because we were very early game. And the ridiculousness here, to say the least, is that I stream Hearthstone and talk about new games that come out on Steam and video game news every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. There was a new expansion to Hearthstone that's happened, so it's been, I would say several days. You can extract, use D-pad to select Bat Swarm. Press and hold right trigger. I just hit a button on the D-pad. I don't know if I selected the right thing or not. I hit D-pad left to aim at the enemy and release to shoot. Okay. So I assume I was supposed to be looking that way. Try to reach here now. Can I just get a second here? To find my spot here. So yeah, I guess I came out. This door was the loading room, so we haven't missed a lot. Now, what's gonna make a game like this different from your standard platforming game is really going to come from the fact that it's a how much we're going to potentially go backwards and forwards. I don't know if this is going to kill me or not. Oh. So this is like a full-on maze. I don't think this is gonna work. And we can see there's one rat that is kind of yeah, I don't think you can get to that. So there's some kind of collectible, but there's some kind of special thing I have to unlock later for that. So we know now that we're gonna come back to things like this. We know that that is something of interest, and that really was where I was gonna wonder here. Are we going to have single player very flat horizontal levels instead of the 2D platforming that normally would be in a Castlevania game? Or is this going to be more like Metroid Prime, where we come back to the same areas multiple times? Even if we do actually I don't know why they're speaking a different language. I would kind of assume that this has something to do with just localization. Like, there still is definitely a point here where this is not like a Castlevania game. I don't think there's an easy way, or a way at all potentially, to turn a 2D platforming game into a 3D platforming game like Castlevania game. Maybe what you do is you make kind of a special effort. How do I climb down? I just press downward? Yeah, maybe you make like a special effort to have lots of enemies Kind of like in Rogue Legacy. This guy is attacking me like crazy. What am I supposed to do though? Like, I have no attack right now. So, clearly you're supposed to just die. If you get caught. So, frankly...
Something is going on at Biochemic Corporation.
One shot might as well have killed me for these scenes. A little QA there. But maybe there was some way to get back into the shadows and hide. Stealth gameplay here does not feel like Castlevania, and I'm gonna throughout this entire series go, this game doesn't feel like Castlevania feels like, as somebody who doesn't even know what Castlevania really feels like. But I just don't think you actually can have a 3D Castlevania game, or at the very least, I wouldn't say never, but I don't think anybody has figured it out yet. Just to be careful not to electrocute myself. That's kind of funny. You get electrocuted and it just bounced you back to your previous position. And I can't jump down and possess the guy from above, apparently. I'm just gonna wait for this guy to walk past, and I will possess him when he's looking the other direction. Yeah, it seems like he's just going to... I could get over here. What does this do? Do not have the power necessary to get there yet. Interesting. One of the things that I think Metroidvanias offer is the fact that they are super... I hope I'm going the right way. They are really, really good.
Who are you?
Follow me if you wish to recover your sword.
At easy level design and easy platforming. I'm in a slow mode, so walking around in different directions doesn't seem like a good move. Clearly this is supposed to be hallucinations or magic being played upon you. And every flicker, you're going back in time. So this is the transition back to the past, I guess?
What kind of miracle is this?
It's probably the devil. It's probably Satan himself that's guiding you, or Zobek. Although if it was Zobek, why bother to do it in this fashion? And yeah, we got another collectible. We'll try not to hover too much into all of that. And I assume, kind of, if I... So there's even collectibles in these memories. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like 2D Metroidvanias were easy to draw out on pen and paper and design, and once you go into 3D, you're introducing a lot of extra things. Well, that is definitely a different blood fount than what was used in the DS game. What am I doing with the pain box? You found the life gem, collect 5 to increase your health capacity. Interesting. And so we are going to... Well, here's what's funny is left trigger is dash, but left trigger also is show the direction. So I guess there was just a couple different ways to get around that way. You have to really be highlighted on it. The focus of the screen seems a little weird. I think any vampire story you're gonna have to be a little careful on the blood stuff. Like in this one room we've seen myself stab my hand into a blood box twice and drink from the heart of a fountain. I guess you just jump down and don't take fall damage. Interesting, it actually is a couple, it's a different thing. Is there a way to jump down here? Yes. And there is a way to get out of here. Really a great example even there of just how much surface area is going to overlap in 3D environments. I think also if you would make an extreme generalization and assume a lot of level designers have played Dungeons and Dragons, like Dungeons and Dragons, their maps, their level designs, and board games in general, all top down, all 2D. There's probably only a small handful of people who think in a 3D environment and 3D architecture. Video game designers over the decades have gotten a lot better at that. But even as the player, I am already concerned about the way a map would work in this. And let's see, for that question, like this is the map that we have, and it's really not gonna show us anything, and it's not like the DS game. You can't make notes or anything. This is a nice looking statue. I feel like these games probably have a duty to make some nice looking statues in architecture design, but also have that burden. So in this case you're seeing basically the same statue used 3 times in the same area. I would have spread it out a little bit more than that so it wasn't so obvious, but I definitely would reuse that statue throughout the rest of this game quite a bit. And we have breakable furniture. Would like the let's see, use the device or go through the door. The Force Unleashed 2 in particular was a game where there was a ton of breakable furniture and then no real reason to use it. Break any of the furniture. At least here we're finding bits of experience.
That blood is clogging the mechanism.
Wow, does the entirety of his let's see, you have enough experience points to upgrade the skill. Well, is there a way to throw multiple daggers at the same time? I think there is. But I can't remember at this level. We're probably going to get annoyed with skills, so we might as well try and mark everything here off as we've seen it. There probably will be no point throughout this game where it actually makes sense that you needed to go in the menu and figure out what that new skill is. In a lot of ways, I guess this is a holdover idea from other concepts. Let's see. Rising whip, aerial sweep, rising sweep, combat sweep. Let's get the combat sweep, and that would be Y. And I'm probably gonna do a ton of X attacks. I can't afford those. So XXX in the air probably is a great one to have, but we already have it. So which one can I actually buy? It really is just the powerful Y attacks, I guess, that I can buy. So this is the one I can buy. Alright. And maybe that will work for me, I guess. But then there's also a percentage. And I guess I could have upgraded my combat whip. Maybe I could have, maybe I couldn't have. Still just a ton of things that I guess I should be going into and looking at to just mark them as viewed. Yeah, I'm playing a lot of menu hero instead of actually playing the game. As we're unlocking some very basic stuff. I think that's everything now. You hear water flowing, so I assume that there's water somewhere around here. So this kid is obviously some sort of hallucination of Trevor Belmont, and as Dracula, there's maybe some memories lost in this. And that whole conversation in Netflix about vampires, and that's not even vampire lore that I've ever even heard, honestly. But they had this whole conversation about vampires can die if they cross running water. It's such a silly idea in the first place, and it's totally counteracted in I assume many of the previous Castlevania games. Here we have a lovely looking flowing water scene. Here's something that's locked behind the gate. So, if there was a way to grab these and push these, then there might be some kind of puzzle to solve. Almost certainly there is some kind of puzzle to solve, and or a ability to just ghost through like ghost through bars, which might also be it. Swing together, man. So I just did not get that tutorial. Am I supposed to get enough momentum that I can... Yeah, that didn't... That didn't fully make sense. And it looks like if you're not close enough, you will be able to try again. It'll just jump upward. Yeah, that is kind of a cool concept, the paint boxes, but I think a good game director would have had the thought, how is this animation going to look in the first 30 minutes that you're introduced to them, because it's rather repetitive and a little too gruesome for what it's doing. You could have had the spinning iron things in a box that was
You'll
just...
pay for what you did to me and my mother.
Trevor?
Just smash them. So he does recognize them. He does have memories. It kind of wouldn't have made sense if he had lost his memories, because then all the backstories of Dracula recognizing Trevor and turning him into Alucard, I wish I had a little bit more backstory and remember what happened at the end of the first game with the God mask, which I think he put on, and it let him see through the eyes of God and turned him, but I don't think that was the thing that turned him into Dracula, so I can't help but suspect that Dracula is really just, whether he realizes or not, Satan's next big plan, that he wants you out here doing these things for some reason, and he's manipulating your actions. This is very, very Assassin's Creed like. I don't think Dracula would really care about these scrolls either. And there might be some hints for some collectibles in there. Are we going this way? I guess the yellow line tells me I am supposed to be going that way. So there probably is something extra. Oh. Well, that's a nice way to die. Not too extreme. Wow. I totally missed that jump. And the game gave it to me anyways. So there's another iron gate with another pain box. A rope that you don't grab ropes when you jump upward. jump down here since you don't take fall damage. But the game is gonna have to work kind of well to tell me how. That's some kind of magic fountain upgrade that we're not ready to get. I guess we would want to find out if possibly this is a game that wants you to play it multiple times. The other Castlevania games have kind of had that feeling where they want you to play it multiple times. So if there was a new game plus and you had all your abilities and that's where all these collectibles are coming for, and you can't get 100% collectibles in one playthrough, that'd be annoying.
The Void Song.
Don't leave us, my prince. Don't go. Your place is here. This is your home. We are your true
Oops. Ran the wrong way.
You will never escape. We can't exist without you. Come back, my prince.
So I'm basically running forward, tapping A. If it turns into a vertical jump, I'm also hitting A. That's a sequence that probably would have been better as just a cutscene. Effectively, it was QuickTime events without the prompts on the screen.
This is your fault. Look what you're making us do!
So we've got a boss fight. Use a void steel to steal life points from your enemy. I'm gonna get painted into a corner. You can avoid magic replenishment by getting focused in combat. Light all the runes in the focus bar by hitting enemies and avoiding damage. That's it. When focused, enemies will drop blood orbs after each successful hit and absorb the blood orbs into the men. Press and hold the left stick to absorb red buttons. I don't know if I like that as a mechanic. Getting hit breaks your focus. We've unlocked a new character file. So, yeah. We got some statues that we're gonna have to break, probably for some achievement. Did I break them all? Couldn't jump through that. Blood is vulnerable, stones aren't. Attack the blood. Good to know. Is this a... Oh, press B to stab the enemy's heart. I was thinking that would be a left trigger, because it was in the DS game. So the souls and the blood of your victims are going to potentially multiple times take and create statues. Dodge an aerial in the air to attack. Good to know. I'm not sure I unlocked enough aerial attacks. This game does have achievements, by the way, but I'm fairly certain they are the kind of achievements that involve beating the game on hard difficulties, and that's not something that interests me. In fact, that's really the number one factor that causes me not to try and get achievements in most games, is that hard is usually not worth the effort.
You can't destroy.
Maybe the sequence here in these memories that we're going through are you defeating your own evil side. Maybe at the end of this game, Dracula will no longer be Dracula again. You'll once again be Gabriel Belmont. And Gabriel Belmont, in an extremely long experience. Primordial Dreams, interesting. Actually does defeat Dracula, because he becomes Dracula and defeats himself. Sounds like now we have several currencies in this game. The glowing blue indicates the waterfall can be frozen briefly. You want to avoid magic, look around to find more. Interesting. So, yeah. It is slightly questionable how much time is going to be in these sequences. And how much time is going to be in the future part. If actually all of the future part really is just that one facility that we are in right now, and the rest of the game is flashbacks. That's kind of a cop-out, but I really wouldn't hate it too much. So do I want mastery levels? Or do I want... like, there's all these things now that we could purchase. I'm gonna buy the upgrade here because that just means I can hit X and do more damage for mashing X. And then seems like upgrading disappears as an option sometimes. Maybe the primordial gem I just collected was the upgrade currency, but if that was the case, they certainly did not make that clear. And I don't know how much we're really gonna spend the void sword. The way it seems to me, you're almost guaranteed that you are going to mostly be tapping X and Y. So this whip attack still is the default attack to focus on. As far as missions and all of that, like, I guess you can now access a greater number of secrets. And we have a new projectile. And we have some more lore. And yeah, just a bunch of stuff that I'm trying to make sure is all marked off. Anyways, it's been over 30 minutes. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wish list. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.